Hello, my name is Widiana. Right now, I'm going to talk about the paper regarding the organizational structure and development. This paper is titled The Science of Organizational Design, Fit Between Structure and Coordination. It is written by Burton and Obel, and it is published in the Journal of Organizational Design on 2018. The first section will talk about the introduction of the paper. So this paper talk about the organizational design, which plays a crucial role in determining how well an organization performs and how effectively its members work together. In this paper, the researchers look into the science behind organizational design, emphasizing the importance of creating a fit between structure of an organization and its coordination mechanisms. This approach isn't just about solving today's problems, but is forward-looking, helping organizations navigate new and unforeseen challenges. The authors argue that designing organizations should be a scientific process, informed by both empirical evidence and experimental insights, to ensure that structures and coordination mechanisms work in harmony to achieve organizational goals. The next section, we will talk about the research design, purpose, and theoretical background. For the background itself, organizational design has always been a critical aspect of management science, dating back to the earliest theories of bureaucracy introduced by Max Weber. Over time, as organizations grew in size and complexity, the need for more sophisticated design frameworks became evident. Today, organizations are not just static entities, they are dynamic systems that must continuously adapt to changing environments. This has led to the emergence of various organizational forms, from rigid hierarchical structures to more flexible, networked organizations. The key challenge in organizational design is to create structures that can effectively support the organization's goals while allowing for flexibility and adaptability in the face of uncertainty. How about the science and organizational design? The concept of organizational design as a science comes from the idea that all kinds of organizations can be systematically studied and designed using empirical evidence and scientific principles. This approach contrasts with the traditional, more intuitive methods of organization building, which often relied on the personal experience of leaders rather than on rigorous analysis. The writers advocate for a scientific approach to organizational design, where decisions about structure and coordination are based on data, simulations, and experiment. By applying scientific methods, organization can better understand the relationship between their various components, such as department, teams, and workflows, and how these components interact to achieve overall objective. A crucial aspect of organizational design is how information is processed within the organization. The information processing views of organizations suggest that the structure of an organization should align with its information processing needs. This means that the design should facilitate the flow of information necessary for decision-making, coordination, and control. In complex organizations where tasks are highly interdependent, the need for effective information processing becomes even more critical. For example, in a large multinational corporation, decisions made in one part of the organization can have far-reaching effects across the entire system. If the organization's structure does not support effective information processing, delays, misunderstandings, and inefficiencies can occur, leading to the suboptimal performance. The next one, we'll talk about contingency view of the organizational design. One of the central theories in organizational design is the contingency view, which argues that there is no one best way to design an organization. Instead, the effectiveness of any organizational structures depends on the specific context or environment in which the organization operates. This perspective was first introduced in the mid-20th century and has since become a cornerstone of organizational theory. In their research, the writers apply this contingency perspective by examining how different organizational structures perform under various conditions. They argue that the fit between an organization's structure and its coordination mechanisms is contingent on these external factors. By understanding these contingencies, organizations' design can structure that they are better suited to their specific needs and more likely to succeed in achieving their goals. The next segment, we will talk about the experimentation and the design of the structure and the organization. The authors emphasize that experimentation is key to understanding how different organizational structures function. Through controlled experiments, whether in labs or through computer simulations, researchers can isolate variables and test how specific changes in structure or coordination affect organizational outcomes. This scientific approach allows for the development of robust models that predict how organizations will perform in various environments. For instance, by manipulating the level of task interdependence or the degree of centralization, researchers can observe how these factors influence efficiency, adaptability, and overall success. The writers hypothesized that the M-form structure would outperform the U-form, particularly in environments with task interdependence and where coordination between divisions is crucial. Through their experiments, they found that the M-form structure indeed allowed for better alignment of incentives and more effective management of interdependencies. This structure enables divisions to operate with a degree of autonomy, making decisions quickly without waiting for centralized approval, thus improving the organization's responsiveness to changes in the environment. The experiments also highlighted that the success of the M-form structure depends on the proper design of coordination mechanism. For instance, in cases where opportunistic behavior was present, such as divisions prioritizing their own goals over the organization's, the M-form structure's ability to align incentives through appropriate coordination mechanisms mitigated these issues, leading to better overall performance. The next section will talk about organizational design as the science of experimentation. The science of organizational design benefits from a cycle of hypothesis, experimentation, observation, and refinement. By using methods like computer simulations, researchers can create virtual environments where they can manipulate variables and observe outcomes. Laboratory experiments introduce human behavior into these models, adding a layer of realism that simulations alone cannot provide. Together, these methods form a powerful toolkit for understanding how different organizational designs perform under various conditions. The findings from these experiments provide actionable insights for organizational leaders. Instead of relying solely on intuition or past experiences, leaders can use scientifically backed models to design their organizations in ways that are more likely to succeed. This approach not only improves the initial design, but also allows organizations to adapt their structures as new challenges and opportunities arise. And then we'll talk about the conclusion of this paper. So basically, Burton and Obel conclude that treating organizational design as a science provide a powerful framework for creating effective, resilient organizations. Their research has given us a detailed blueprint for how to approach organizational design scientifically. Through their research, they have demonstrated that the fit between an organization's structure and its coordination mechanisms is not just a theoretical concern, but a practical one that directly impacts performance. By embracing experimentation and continuously adapting to change, organizations can position themselves into thrive in an increasing complex world. The experiments conducted in this study reinforce the idea that no single organizational structure is universally superior. Instead, the best structure depends on the specific conditions under which the organization operates. What we've come to understand as the contingency view of organizational design. This perspective allows for a more nuanced and adaptable approach, where structures are designed and refined based on empirical evidence rather than tradition or intuition. Lastly, by focusing on the fit between structure and coordination, the path forward is clear, which is to build better organizations. We must commit to the ongoing explorations of what works, guided by evidence, data, and a willingness to evolve. Thank you.